The Overthinkers.
The situation with the coverage, because you know you have these people out here that claim to be news, but you can tell that they're the like clickbait masters, like what y'all were talking about. It's not news. It's just these help me with the words, Daveny. People with a phone, fake news.
They're fake news. They're fake news, yes, but it's just look. Everyone has.
And they're slapping the name on it.
Everyone has an internet connection, man.
They're spreading things that are sensitive.
Yes.
Because they don't seem to understand the professionalism or the ethics of journalism, as you were talking about.
So last night, 2 days ago, there was this thing going around on people's WhatsApp phones about a shooting that took place inside the Pine. Mm-hmm. And they said that 2 police officers had been shot. That's a very serious issue. That's a very serious issue. 2 police officers being shot in the Pine specifically because there are gang tensions inside the Pine with police. People don't understand that sometimes you're playing with people's lives, you know. You're actually dealing with people's lives, real lives, when you say stuff like that. And
when you share stuff like that.
And what is upsetting is that it was all fake. Nobody died. No one got shot. And it's upsetting because it's like, you just said that somebody died. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, it's like you quarrel with the press about talking about how insensitive we are all the time. But you're never holding these guys accountable. Mm-hmm. You're never telling this guy with an internet feed and a WhatsApp that he needs to be more responsible for saying the things that he's saying. Because you think that's fast. Because you're able to see some of what's happening immediately.
Well, we have a couple people out there with the power of our elasticity. Shout out to Sharianne Norris. Because we've got to fly in the face of things. Sometimes we can't be too diplomatic. And I really appreciate her for that. Because
that's fine.
You need someone like her that can fly in the face of it.
The thing that I always charge everyone that has the ability and the reach and the access to understand is when you dislike press and you become the press, you have to take the responsibility of what that takes.
Yeah.
Because when you start realizing that thousands of people are listening to every single word that you say, you have to understand that comes with responsibility.
Mm-hmm. And the responsibility is not selling up for the money. So you bashing the press, and then when you become the press and realize weird, clickbait,
right?
News,
you
money,
understand everything.
But it's not even just the cash flow. It's just a case of understanding that you now have to take those same guards that you are quarreling about from us. You think we're not doing enough checks and balances for what we're talking about?
But now that you're here, you realize what it's like.
You can't just say whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. I get where you're coming from. Can't be as straightforward.
It's never because this job, when you are the press, it means that you must vet your sources. It means that you can't just put things out because you immediately have them. It means that
research.
It means you have to be sensitive to the ideas of
the people's feelings
because if you say somebody dies. Like it can't, right now there's a problem in terms of people sharing videos and pictures of people that are dead in Barbados.
Which is the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about, because that's what I was saying. I'm glad that Sharianne spoke out, because she was one of the people that used her platform to say, y'all doing junk. Yeah. Sharing these videos and these pictures of dead people. Like, she's 73 years old. She's been someone's mom, grandmother.
Was this a factual picture? Because going back to the clickbait, there was a video going around that wasn't the agenda.
All we know is that we have a situation.
That wasn't the agenda, but everyone was sharing and saying, this is bad, look at what Barbados get to.
But does it matter if we have an official newscast saying that a woman was mauled? Does it matter if it was her or not? Because our brain already in that state. So when I see a video of a woman mauled, you understand what I mean?
It doesn't matter, because the idea of that if a group of people decide to say, I'm going to share
it's still a person getting mauled.
Where is your compass if you think this is the right time to share a video, whether it is a factual video or not, of somebody being mauled right after somebody get mauled?
I watched a video. A couple of colleagues of mine, I won't call them. I watched a video somebody had sent it to one of the guy's phone of a guy getting stabbed to death in Trinidad, and I was like, this is sick.
Yeah,
because I hadn't seen something like that in a while. I try to stay away from that kind of stuff, because it's like, this is not like like I'm not into snuff films, so I'm not gonna watch this. But like it's difficult to watch.
It's definitely a funny feeling is watching something and knowing that it's not a movie, like it's not acting. Like
when you start seeing somebody,
like he's not gonna get up. It's not catch up.
What is we so we
are we desensitized?
I don't think
probably
we are
from the movies.
No.
But then
So
when
people
really
watching it
happen,
on the phones and saying, "Yeah, he getting stabbed," because
they've seen stabbing before.
they don't understand it's real life. Like a man lost his life.
Yeah,
like he's dead for real.
Right.
Yeah,
I think you're right. Because
I think that's it.
There's a certain detachment from actually realizing that like what's fake and what's real. Because for me, like I remember when I have conversations with like my exes or girls that I know that don't like watching horror movies or even guys. Shout out to Dexter Johnson who hates horror movies. I must say
Dexter.
that. I must say
Keep
that.
your eye on my son for me.
Like Dexter, Jason Lewis,
Shout out to Dylan Griffith
and Dylan Mark Moore. Yes, for sure. We must watch a horror movie together. I know you guys gonna run like the wind, but that's all right. But for me, I remember the first time I realized how fake it was. When I started studying film and I realized that there's corn syrup and
props
and color dye and stuff and props, and squibs and like I remember I love the Saw franchise because I love how their special effects work and stuff, but average person has no idea how to be able to look at cutting and editing and see like how is this happening. Like this person is not losing an arm, this is a squib, like shout
out to my mom. She swears that African movies are real. Like, how did they do that? You can't do that happened. I'm like, Mom, it's not even Hollywood quality. You're embarrassing me. And you know how cheesy the effects are in Africa. How he turned small, sir. I'm like, Mom,
you look familiar. What are
Shout out
doing?
to Mommy thinks that everything in an African movie is really
That's
happening.
Awesome. I love that. That suspension of disbelief is difficult for people because when you get put in a position where you see something and you're just involved in it, you're enthralled with that story, you forget like this is fictitious. You just want to see the story follow through because that's the power of storytelling. You just want this story to be true so badly.
So you think that lines get crossed, like what Seth was talking about with,
of course,
it's not just a story that we're following through watching anymore. This is real life, but it feels like the template of a story, which brings me to another topic too, because we are faking fake very realistically these days.
Yeah, we are.
After the dawn of like Blair Witch Project was fake and felt real, and still I think that was the beginnings of something.
That's actually the first found footage movie. Yeah, that's what they call them. They call them found footage films. That's the first found footage film.
So I find like a lot of things are taking that template, even with videos now, how they do like the little skits and stuff like that. There's a lot of fakeness that look real. You have to go and research and make sure and done.
Jimmy Kimmel did a great job of that, like 2 years ago, I think. He had the girl that was twerking, and then she fell over.
Girl. Yeah, she was a stunt girl.
And then she caught fire. And, the video cuts right when she catches fire and her friends come in and freak out. And Kimmel waited a week for the video to hit like super viral sensation status. And then like on his show he does this like bit where he says like let's look at the video again. He plays the video and then at the very end of the video he busts in and he actually puts out the fire himself. Like to showcase is like this is our society.
How gullible the society
How gullible society is.
Yeah.
Where we're so desperately looking for the next thing that we're just never looking
sitting doing research and questioning stuff.
I still think for me though it's very troublesome that someone would have a basic knowledge of what we're talking about and manipulate it to make the wider society feel messed up.
Here's a question. You guys heard
to bring out a particular negative emotion. If you have that power, why use it?
You speaking because you don't have the power right now.
Right.
But when you get into the power, you can realize things and sacrifices you have to make. Now, I don't want to say I'm a villain, but like,
you do this.
You understand, so you can understand.
We talking because we are in the place of power right now.
Right.
But if one of us got into the place of power, then we realize, these sacrifices have to happen. We have to have these gullible people in order for this company to work, in order for this platform to work. We need this gullible. You understand where you're coming from?
You need people to buy into it.
Yeah, yes.
You need people to buy into it.
Exactly. So, and like you getting into power and then saying, everybody getting power with me. Will never work.
Yeah.
Sing.
Yeah. You gotta find a way for them to make that decision.
So everyone has a
thinking
place.
that they're making a decision on their own,
Yeah.
and not knowing that they were playing into something.
You need to, you gotta work with the audience a little bit. I think that like reality television is something that happened, that took place, that has enamored everyone. Like I know people that like are very much in love with Love and Hip Hop, and Love and Hip Hop has become a staple.
Let me look up.
It's become a staple for people.
I live vicariously through it. It's nothing that I'd be proud to say. I say I'm not straight. Don't let nobody know that's what Shavay. Don't let nobody. That's somebody outside, and I pause and then say, I shame.
Why?
To know that I like it because.
Can't you have like guilty pleasures like everyone else?
Yeah, I could, but again, you were talking about revealing certain things, and people may judge you or deal with you differently or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I think that if I was to make a public revelation, people would look at you like, you like Love and Hip Hop and Cardi B and
I love Cardi B.
And like
I love Cardi B. There
was these people that use chat for like that's the quality of people, and because.
I mean, I don't look. I think it took
At
me
the end of the day, I feel that's still peer pressure though.
Why you?
Caring.
Right.
You have to live your life, and whatever you like, you like. Mm-hmm. You could probably be the one to get this group of people now to actually like Love and Hip Hop. That's just a reference. It don't have to be Love and Hip Hop.
I get you. It don't have to be that.
But fall into the peer pressure, then you like this, then you like that. You should have let them know
but
that.
Her hiding and consuming.
You ain't living your truth.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. Goes back to something that Childish Gambino said. Gambino said, white kids get to wear any hat they want. Black kids, when it comes to black kids, only one size fits all. Meaning that, the opportunity and access that's available for white people is like in the larger spectrum, for especially like
Got to get that shot in.
He messed with the focus now.
Good job. When it comes to how white people, maybe in America mostly, but in general, how people look at how white people are able to have access to things in society, they have a larger access than black kids do. Mm-hmm. Black kids are treated as one economy across the board. It's like, this is where you're going to get. This is as far as you're going to get. And yeah, you can be an athlete and a superstar and an actor, and that's it. Mm-hmm. It's like, and now we're like, you might be president. Mm-hmm. Like
you could be a scientist.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we let you.
Yeah. It's like, so the ability to reach those things is important to see. But everyone isn't going to have the access. Access and availability is just one part of that. Mm-hmm. It's Lord, I'm trying to find the right words to describe it, but it's difficult to convey to people how reaching these things is important for people to see. But in the context of something like Love and Hip Hop, like when Donald Glover said that and talked about the idea of access and availability, like it showed me that there's a wide range. It means that there must be so many different hats that people can have. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In this spectrum.
Exactly.
And everyone always used to look at a guy like him and be like, he's just like an Oreo. Don't pay him any mind. He doesn't understand what blackness is about. Like he doesn't get blackness. And that's stuff that you hear all the time. Like it's like if you liked an Evanescence song, it'd be like, you can't be black. It's
precisely.
Like, I liked an Evanescence song.
I guess I lived that life from young.
It doesn't take away from my blackness. Like I still like ramping shots.
Yeah.
Don't kill me.
Going to a private school all your life from primary, secondary, especially in secondary, I was hanging out with white girls that gave me mixtapes of like Green Day and Offspring and Nirvana and things like that. I'm actually digging it, and my black community now is like, what are you Oreo cookie? Like, what is this that you listening to? And I'm like, as you said, I still like Beanie Man and you know what I mean?
But it don't want
Square One and whatever the case is.
There's this box of how people want to put you in when they define what
over here or over
and
here.
It happens,
period.
But it does.
Period.
I know
it happens here too. especially.
Yeah,
I know a lot. Of
Like,
people
thank
that
you
had it
so
here.
much for encouraging me about not caring and like liking what you like. But we can't deny that it's something that we do here in Barbados a lot.
Well, help change it by not
caring.
including yourself in it.
I think what I would like what it took me to get to was to realize that there is no blueprint for what it is to be a black person.
Yes.
There's no blueprint to be Barbadian, Caribbean, American, whatever it is you are. For me, like, I see myself as Barbadian. And I love hip hop. Like, I really love hip hop. Most people know I love hip hop. I love jazz. Like I love soca. But my love of soca is never going to be something that is going to supplant how I feel about hip hop. You know, like, for me, I always resonate with hip hop more because the rebellious aspects and the teachings of what I get from lyricism out of that speaks to me more than what I get out of soca. But as I grow, I'm looking at older soca music and I'm seeing so much rebelliousness from it that I'm like, I wish I was here when this happened.
Exactly.
You know, like for me, I always talk about Cadavers, and then my dad says it's not like the greatest song ever. I disagree. I think Cadavers is an amazing song, but because of what he's talking about in terms of the social consciousness of it, like simplicity in terms of what people talk about, like the Hawk doing Nelson Street, and it's a social commentary on what's happening, but it's a hilarious song.
Yeah.
Like,
How old are these songs?
like maybe 70s, 80s, more 80s than anything else.
So you were about 3. Or you was in your teens?
These are songs that these are songs like I
No graduating.
These are songs that I
Old.
The Overthinkers.